Yeah, he is. Offaly withdrawn from the Old Burn Cup. What did you make of that?
I was surprised that they actually did. It's funny, Shane, when I saw the result against Dublin, you're thinking, oh, great, brilliant win against Dublin. Well, not been smart. It's probably the one game they didn't want to win. They would have just been happy to get that game under their belt and not have to even think about another fixture for a couple of days, rest the bodies and whatever. But listen, it's just too congested. It was kind of player welfare was what they said. But it kind of makes a bit of a farce of the competition with walkovers being given a team that's been in a semi-final. Like, I've never seen a team pull out of a competition before, really, that was in a semi-final. You know, usually you want to be in that position. It's like the one competition where you want to play your games, which almost some counties don't want to progress. They want to...
Like the league? People don't want to get to finals in the league. People often talk about, but the other thing is, we've had a statement from the GAA since in terms of, maybe looking at teams have to fulfill those fixtures. Obviously Louth opted out of one, and then obviously, but I think if Offaly didn't make this stand, the issue might lumber on for another year. Like about that time, remember the time that Donegal said that maybe Dublin shouldn't have 2 games at Croke Park for the Super 8s, for example. Unless somebody sticks their head up and says it, these things will continue on, and there'll be an unfair advantage for a team. Like Offaly were going to have 3 games in the space of a week. That obviously isn't ideal,
Yeah, and travel involved in 2 of them as well, which makes it even more taxing. And listen, I'd say there's a good few Sigerson managers that are happy that they pulled the plug as well. And that's such a balancing act for, like, Liam Kearns is a new manager. In fairness to Liam said what he said on Wednesday night about 3 or 4 days before that as well. And then he said it on Wednesday, got a lot of traction, and then they followed through on it. Like, we're back in Division 3 of the league. Our fortunes or how we get on the league could have depended on, 2 lads that picked up a calf and a hamstring knock in this game that meant they missed the first 2. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you have to kind of see the bigger picture. And I'd say the players were pretty happy that they were able to rest the bodies, go and do maybe a good session Saturday or Sunday. And this is the thing about pre-season competitions as well. Once you sign up, you generally have to play the games. They're official fixtures. Whereas, if you have 2 or 3, you can organize league games in your own time and you're in control of it. But they're kind of not in control of this, of these kind of competitions, and generally have to fulfill the fixtures. But I think something will happen as a result of this, and some sort of change will be made. I think they were talking about making the O'Byrne Cup knockout next year, which would mean that it's obviously going to be less games, but it's a bit more controllable, shall we say, for those involved and even for the winning teams.